Welcome to the series of Artificial Intelligence MCQs for Term 1 CBSE. This unit will take you through the multiple choice questions for AI project cycle. First question is, Ananya has to make a card congratulating her friend for achieving first rank in the exam. Arrange the following steps in correct order for Ananya to achieve the task. 1. Ananya will check if she has the material or not. If not, she will go and get all the items required. 2. Look for some cool greeting card ideas from different sources. She can look online for some videos or ask someone who has knowledge about it. 3. After finalizing the design, she will make a list of things that are required to make this card. 4. If she makes a mistake in the card somewhere which cannot be rectified, she will discard it and start remaking it. 5. Once she has everything with her, she will start making the card. 6. Once the greeting card is made, she will gift it to her friend. Select the proper sequence in which Ananya is going to achieve her task from the options given below, and the correct response is B, step 2, then step 3, then step 1, then step 5, then step 4, and then step 6, which will help her in accomplishing the task. Second question. Arrange the following stages of AI project cycle mentioned below in correct order. 1. Data acquisition. 2. Data exploration. 3. Modeling. 4. Evaluation. 5. Problem solving. You have to arrange all these 5 stages in their correct order. As we are all aware of the different stages of AI project cycle, the first stage is problem solving, next is data acquisition, then data exploration, followed by data modeling, and the last stage is evaluation. So the correct option is C, which is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Question 3. Data acquisition is collecting data from various reliable and authentic sources that can be represented visually like graphs, databases, flowcharts, maps, etc. This makes it easier to interpret the patterns which the acquired data follows. Is the above statement true or false? This statement holds true, so the correct option is A. Question 4. The full form of SDG is A option Sustainable Development Goals, B option Sustainable Deep Goals, C option Suitable Development Grades, D option Suitable Development Goals. So students, what's the correct option? The full form of SDG is Sustainable Development Goals. As we are all aware, the Sustainable Development Goals have been specified by the United Nations. Fifth question. The United Nations has announced dash number of SDGs. Option A 16, option B 17, option C 21, option D 13. Students, as we are aware that the United Nations has announced the Sustainable Development Goals, there are different categories of these development goals. So how many development goals have been announced by the United Nations? Is it 16, 17, 21 or 13? The correct answer is 17. The United Nations has announced 17 SDG goals. Question 6. Which of the following is not included in 4W's canvas? A. What, B. Who, C. Where, D. Which? And the correct answer is which is not included in the 4W's canvas. Question 7. Which of the following is the first stage of AI project cycle? A. Data exploration. B. Evaluation. C. Problem scoping. D. Modeling. The correct option is problem scoping. As we all are aware, problem scoping is the first step and evaluation is the last step. Question 8. Dash are the people who face this problem and would be benefited with the solution. A. Stakeholders. B. Customers. C. Client. D. None of the above. And the correct answer is option A. Stakeholders. The WHO block helps in A. Analyzing the people getting affected directly or indirectly due to it. B. Looking into what you have on hand and determine the nature of the problem. C. Looking into the situation in which the problem arises, the context of it and the locations where it is prominent. D. The benefits which the stakeholders would get from the solution and how it will benefit them as well as the society. The correct answer is option A. The WHO block helps in analyzing the people getting affected directly or indirectly due to it. The what block helps in option A. Analyzing the people getting affected directly or indirectly due to it. B. Looking into what you have on hand and determine the nature of the problem. Option C. Looking into the situation in which the problem arises, the context of it and the locations where it is prominent. Option D. The benefits which the stakeholders would get from the solution and how it will benefit them as well as the society. So the correct response is option B. The what block helps in looking into what you have on hand and determine the nature of the problem. Question 11. The where block helps in option A. Analyzing the people getting affected directly or indirectly due to it. B. Looking into what you have on hand and determine the nature of the problem. C. Looking into the situation in which the problem arises, the context of it and the locations where it is prominent. Option D. The benefits which the stakeholders would get from the solution and how it will benefit them as well as the society. And the correct option is C. The where block helps in looking into the situation in which the problem arises, the context of it and the locations where it is prominent. Question 12. The why block helps in A. Analyzing the people getting affected directly or indirectly due to it. Looking into what you have on hand and determine the nature of the problem. Looking into the situation in which the problem arises, the context of it and the locations where it is prominent. And the benefits which the stakeholders would get from the solution and how it will benefit them as well as the society. So students, what's the option A, B, C or D? And the correct answer is D. The why block helps in the benefits which the stakeholders would get from the solution and how it will benefit them as well as the society. Question number 13. Dash is facts and statistics collected together for reference or analysis. Option A. Information. Option B. Data. Option C. Both A and B. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. Data. Data is facts and statistics collected together for reference or analysis. Question 14. This is a match the following question. So you have to match the options on the right hand side with the ones on the left hand side. So on the left hand side we have got who, what, where, why. On the right hand side we have got context, benefit of solution for them, problem and stakeholders. Students, match these options and look for the correct answer. The correct answer for match the following is option A. 1 with 4, that is who will match with stakeholders, what will match with problem, where will match with context, why will match with benefit of solution for them. Question 15. Data features refer to the type of dash you want to collect. A. Information. B. Data. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. And the correct answer is B. Data. Data features refer to the type of data you want to collect. Question 16. Arun has made an artificially intelligent system which can predict the salary of any employee based on his previous salaries. One would feed the data of his previous salaries into the machine. This is the data with which the machine can be trained. Now, once it is ready, it will predict his next salary efficiently. The previous salary data here is known as dash, while the next salary prediction data set is known as the dash. So we need to find out options for both the blanks. Option A, training data and testing data. Option B, testing data and training data. Option C, either A or B. Option D, none of the above. So what is the correct answer? Answer is option A, training data and testing data. The previous salary data here is known as training data, while the next salary prediction data set is known as the testing data. Question 17. Data dash refers to the type of data you want to collect. A. Surveys. B. Sensors. C. Observations. D. Features. Data features refer to the type of data you want to collect. So the answer is D. Feature. If you go to the library and pick up a random book, you first try to go through its content quickly by turning pages and by reading the description before borrowing it for yourself, because it helps you in understanding if the book is appropriate to your needs and interests or not. The above process helps in A. Data features, B. Data exploration, C. Data acquisition, D. Problem scoping. Which of the above options do you think meets the process? The correct answer is B. Data exploration. Question 19. To analyze the data, it has to be visualized in some user-friendly format, so that you need to opt for the correct option. Option A, quickly get a sense of the trends, relationships, and patterns contained within the data. Option B, define strategy for which model to use at a later stage. Option C, communicate the same to others effectively. Option D, all of the above. And the correct answer is D, all of the above. Bar graph, area graph are dash representations of data. The options are A. Voice, B. Virtual, C. Visual, D. Varied. Quite a simple question, and the option is C. Bar graph, area graph are visual representations. Bani has to display graphically her dataset to show changes over a period of time. Which of the following chart types should Bani use? A. Bar chart, B. Line chart, C. Histogram, D. Pie chart. As we are aware, to display anything over a period of time, it's better to use a line chart. So the correct answer is line chart, option B. 2. Sunena has to display graphically her dataset of comparisons of quarterly sales. Which of the following chart types should Sunena use? A. Bar chart, B. Line chart, C. Histogram, D. Pie chart. And the correct answer is bar chart. Aviral has to visually project his dataset into different categories. Which of the following chart types should Aviral use? A. Bar chart, B. Line chart, C. Histogram pie chart. So Aviral has to project his dataset into different categories. Correct answer is C. Histogram. Aviral can display his dataset in different categories using a histogram. Anant is testing a machine that is fed with data along with the conditions which tell the machine all the possibilities. The machine trains on this data. The data fed is as follows. Outlook is equal to overcast. Temperature is normal. Humidity is normal. Wind is weak. On the basis of above data, predictions will be made. What kind of artificial intelligence model approach is it? A. Learning based, B. Rule based, C. Deep learning, D. Machine learning. In this question, we can see along with data, certain rules have been fed to the system. So the correct artificial intelligence approach in this case will be rule based approach. We need to focus on what kind of approach we are looking at. Question 25. Shreya has to feed a dataset of 100 images of cars and bicycles each. These images depict cars and bicycles in various shapes and sizes. These images are then labeled as either car or bicycle so that all car images are labeled car and all the bicycle images have bicycle as their label. The artificial intelligent model is trained with this data so that it can distinguish between a car image and a bicycle image according to their features and can predict the label of any image of a car or a bicycle. What type of AI model does this represent? Option A, learning based. Option B, rule based approach. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of the above. And the correct option is learning based approach, as in this case the images are being fed and the system is learning on its own. So the approach being followed in this is learning based. Question 26. The graph in figure A is representing dash model of learning, whereas graph in figure B is representing dash model. Select the appropriate responses for the blanks. A option, regression and classification. Option B, classification and regression. Option C, classification and clustering. Option D, regression and clustering. So identify both the graphs depicted in figure A and figure B. And the correct answer is option B, classification and regression. As you can see in figure A, the two types of data have been classified, whereas in figure B, it is a continuous stream of data displaying regression. Dash models are used to identify relationships, patterns, and trends out of the data which is fed into it. Option A, supervised learning. Option B, unsupervised learning. Option C, reinforcement learning. Option D, none of the above. So students need to identify the model of learning. The correct answer is unsupervised learning. Option B. Question 28. The methods used to represent data using less columns or features. The options are A. Regression, B. Classification, C. Dimensionality reduction, D. Clustering. Which of the above options do you think will match the requirement? And the correct option is dimensionality reduction, option C. And dash is essentially a system of organizing machine learning algorithms to perform certain tasks. The options are A. Artificial neural network, B. Artificial network of neurons, C. Archaic neural network, D. Archaic network of neurons. Correct response is artificial neural network. Option A. An artificial neural network is essentially a system of organizing machine learning algorithms to perform certain tasks. Neural networks are loosely modeled after how dash in the dash behave. The options are A. Human brain or neurons, B. Cells and human brain, C. Human brain and cells, D. Neurons and human brain. The correct answer is D. Neurons and human brain. So neural networks are loosely modeled after how neurons in the human brain behave. Question 31. A neural network is divided into multiple dash and which is further divided into multiple dash. The options are nodes and layers, B. Blocks and nodes, C. Layers and nodes, D. Blocks and layers. So what is going to be the correct option? The correct answer is option C. Layers and nodes. A neural network is divided into multiple layers and which is further divided into nodes. So every layer has multiple nodes. 32. The layers in which the whole processing occurs are A. Hidden layers, B. Inner layers, C. Both A and B, D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. Hidden layers. 33. The job of the dash layer is to acquire data and feed it to the neural network. The options are A. Hidden layers, B. Inner layers, C. Both A and B, D. None of the above. Question 33. The job of the dash layer is to acquire data and feed it to the neural network, and the answer for this is inner layers. Question 34. Which of the following is not a feature of neural networks? A. Neural networks are modeled on the human brain and nervous system. B. Neural networks are not able to extract data automatically without the input of the programmer. C. A neural network is essentially a machine learning algorithm. D. It is a fast and efficient way to solve problems. And the correct answer is neural networks are not able to extract data automatically without the input of the programmer. That is option B. Neural networks are able to extract data automatically. It's not, and in this it is mentioned neural networks are not able to extract data automatically. So the correct answer is option B. Thank you, students. Hope you all will benefit from this MCQ for the term 1 examinations of class 10. Keep looking the space for more quizzes.